All right, so this is The Running Man. It's directed by Edgar Wright. It's based on a book by Stephen King. I have not read that Running Man book. I haven't seen the movie, the other movie based on this book that came out in the '80s. It's has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. I haven't seen it, but I heard of it. But when I saw the trailer for this, I didn't really think about it being a remake or anything like that. I was just like, "Hey, this looks like it could be fun," and I like Edgar Wright, so I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." So in this, we have Ben Richards, played by Glenn Powell. He starts off the movie, begging for his job back because he got fired because he was trying to stand up for the other guys that he works with. He gets fired, but he wants his job back because his daughter is really sick and he really needs the money, but he's not able to get his job back. In this movie, the society is dystopian. It's hyper capitalist, where there's a definite distinction between the rich and the poor, and this oppressive government pretty much stomps out dissent and has like um, absolute control over the people. And so they have these TV shows where basically poor people can risk their life or at least injury to potentially make money. One of those shows is called The Running Man. And on The Running Man, you have to survive for 30 days and hide away from the hunters that are hunting after you, and also the public, because the public is incentivized to report you on their phones, because they'll potentially make money from doing that. And after that 30 days, you'll make a ridiculous amount of money. So he's going to do that um, for medicine for his daughter. So he goes on the show, even though his wife tells him not to, because nobody ever wins this show. And so he's just, hiding away, going from hotel to hotel, wearing different disguises and things like that, to potentially survive the 30 days and make it back to his family. This movie's interesting. It's got some good aspects to it. I liked certain parts of it, but I don't think it works overall. Uh, but the performances I think are good. I think Glenn Powell does a really good job. I think he mostly carries this movie. uh, Also, we have Coleman Domingo. He's this character that's the host of the Running Man TV show that really gets people, interested in what's going on, and gives people details into what's happening when, and things like that, information on the different contestants and things like that. I thought he was really good, very charismatic. He's always good every time I see him. And then also Michael Cera, I thought he was also good in this. I didn't know he was going to be in here. Yeah, I thought he was good too, and I like that scene he's in. The action, I think the action is good for the most part, mainly at the end. Most of it is, fittingly him running away and him hiding away and things like that. But there's some really good tension in here, I think, because the hunters the hunters can pop up at any time, like just about any time. Like he could be doing anything. He could be far and far away. That's an aspect of this. He can go anywhere, and they're always hunting him. And so there's always that threat there, and he'll see it. He'll see on one of the, I think they call it freebies in this. That's, they have like other sci-fi names that didn't really work, but like they call medicine farms or something like that. This sci-fi words and things didn't really work for me. It's overly goofy, but he'll see on the TV that they're around him, and then it's like, oh shit, and he has to figure out what to do in the moment, and that really works. This legitimately feels like a like suicide that you would be in this show. And so that's an entertaining aspect of it, but also, with the public having, getting involved in what's going on, with them potentially reporting him, everybody is suspicious, right? Like he's suspicious of, just anybody he could be talking to on the street, or the receptionist at the hotel he's going to stay at, things like that. That being said, though, the, the main thing I think that doesn't work about this is I think that the movie's trying to do two different things, and tonally and writing wise, they don't really mesh as a whole. For one, it's trying to be this fun action movie, keep things light, and it's supposed to be entertaining on that level. But two, they also want it to be uh, something a little bit more impactful. It's also about taking on the suppressive government, and this character starting a revolution or inspiring a revolution, even though all he's caring about is his family. There's uh, this aspect of uh, this society just steeped in capitalism. There's a very obvious distinction between the haves and have-nots, the rich and the poor. He lives in like the slum area, and he goes over to be in the game, and he's in this nicer area. So they're trying to do something with a little bit more to it, a little bit more depth, a little bit more impact. But we still got to be fun. We still got to have a light tone. We still have this character that's doesn't have much to him and is mainly just angry and wants to get back to his family, and that's about it. It definitely reminded me a lot of the Hunger Games, and this book, this original book, came out actually before the Hunger Games book, so I can't get onto it too much. But I was watching this and I just couldn't stop thinking about Hunger Games. I mean, it's this dystopian future, there's oppressive government, they have this dangerous game, deadly game that they're insanely focused on making a spectacle and actually making it entertaining for the viewing audience. They control the people through propaganda and things like that. And then you have this character, the main character, Ben, who inspires a revolution against said government without even really trying to, just by being defiant against that government while he's in this game. But all he's focused on is getting back to his family. It's very Katniss Everdeen is very Hunger Games. Like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's like, okay, he goes to this rich area where he's about to get in the game. This is the capital. It's like you can't help but think about it. But I think Hunger Games just does it so much better. Does it so much better. It gives you a better idea of the society, better idea of this character, of the main character, the family, uh, everything they've been through, why the games are even happening. This movie doesn't really develop the society all that much, or the people, or the government that's doing this. Not really. Barely develops the main character. Like Ben, he doesn't have chemistry with his wife because you don't really get to see them together all that long. The whole relationship with his daughter, you don't really get to see that much either. Their dire situation with the daughter being sick, you don't get an idea of that. It's just there's a point where he goes to talk to somebody and get things from him to help him in the game. You don't get an idea of their past or their relationship all that much. It's just like it's very surface level. This is definitely one of those oppressive governments that is just so oppressive that it's like I don't even believe that they would have actually gotten into power and gotten things to this level. I mean, because I mean, it's hyper sci-fi. I mean, they can change video. Like he'll send in video. This is whole thing where they have to send in videos. 10 minutes, I think it was 10 minutes of video every day while they're on the run for the 30 days. Or if they miss a day to send it in, they get disqualified, as in they don't get any more money because they get money every day that they survive. They don't get any more money on those days, but they still are gonna get hunted for 30 days and potentially die. It's like, what the fuck? What kind of game is how is that fair for the game? It's like, whatever. But they send in these videos and they can like manipulate those videos to make them say things that they're not actually saying. And it seems like the people know that they can do that, but they still fall for the propaganda and see the people in the Running Man as the bad guys and the hunters, the government itself as the good guys. It's like, why would they see these people the good? They're clearly blatantly oppressive to the people. I mean, blatantly. I mean, they're so focused on this game and making it, a spectacle that there's a point where the main character Ben, he was running down a hallway, just in a straight line, and they're right at the end of the hall shooting at him, and the bullets are just hitting the walls, while he's running. And I'm like, "There's no way you guys are that bad. Nobody's that bad of a shot." So I'm thinking to myself, "Okay, maybe they're missing them on purpose." And it seemed like they were. I could be wrong, but it seemed like they were. But it's like, okay, so you're missing the person you're actually going after on purpose, the person that you've villainized to the people, so that they feel better about potentially reporting them. I guess the ones that aren't just in it for the money, right? Because you already have an incentive for them to report them, the money. But whatever. uh, so you're missing them on purpose potentially, but then you're also killing innocent people that just happen to be around them. Like they're killing innocent people, missing the running man or the contestants, but then killing innocent people. Right? Literally, if you're around them, you could die, right? And especially if you help them, it's basically like a death wish. And it's like, what the fuck? The ending really just didn't work for me, man. Right? Like action wise, okay, it's kind of fun, right? It's kind of working, but the story wise, I was like, man, like there's a reveal with a character that's constantly wearing a mask. Didn't care for that reveal. Didn't care at all. Didn't have much impact to me. And then they're really, really pushing the whole like, oh, we're really just trying to make a show here. It's like, you guys are really devoted to making this into a show to the point where it doesn't make any sense. But um, what happens with his character as a result of all this stuff? I was like, I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that. That's nonsense. You're selling me bullshit. I don't believe it. Yeah, the ending didn't work for me. It falls flat. Man, it can't just be a fun action movie like the trailer seemed like it was gonna be. It has to be like a larger thing. And they don't do enough to develop that either. So then it like both parts of this don't really get don't really get what they should to fully work. And so the whole thing just feels like a mess, tonally, writing wise. There's also bad dialogue in here. There's a little black kid that has really bad dialogue in here, along with some other stuff that just didn't work for me. The sci-fi terms that they were calling things didn't work either. I was like, okay, so whatever. I don't think it's bad. It's got enough good stuff about it. It's interesting enough that I will give it a rental. It's more in the mediocre realm. But yeah, this didn't work. It didn't work for me. But anyway, that is Running Man. Subscribe, and we're done.